Breaking on 11 at 11, a person kidnapped and held for ransom.
A firearm was seen, so actors should be considered armed and dangerous.
Shot outside a stranger's door.
And within seconds, I heard a pop and somebody screaming immediately that they'd been shot.
The search happening right now for the attackers.
Tensions rising after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman in Minnesota.
We want no ICE in Pittsburgh.
The growing outrage in Pittsburgh and beyond.
Plus, a major theft ring unraveled, the hundreds of thousands of dollars in trading cards hidden in a storage unit.
Channel 11 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking on 11 at 11, a person kidnapped and held for ransom found shot in the city of Pittsburgh. Good evening, I'm Gordon Lash.
And I'm Lisa Sylvester. Police say the victim was reportedly kidnapped in Plum, then shot in Pittsburgh's Greenfield neighborhood less than an hour later. Channel 11's Rich Pierce joins us live outside Allegheny County Police headquarters. And Rich, police say those kidnappers are still out there.
No, that's right. And tonight, Allegheny County Police have taken over this investigation as the search for those two armed kidnappers continues. Police say that the victim told them that they shot him, then drove away.
And within seconds, I heard a pop and somebody screaming immediately that they'd been shot.
That man lives in the 900 block of Dealey Street in Greenfield. He told Channel 11 he was shocked to hear gunfire in his neighborhood and thought it was a bad joke.
But I will say that I've lived here for 10 years and nothing like this happens here.
He said within seconds, police swarmed the scene. There they found the victim suffering from a single gunshot wound to the chest. Police say that man had been the victim of a kidnapping in Plum about an hour earlier.
It is, to me, from Plum to here, that's a trek.
A family member telling Plum police that his brother had been taken by two armed suspects who were demanding ransom money. According to Pittsburgh police, they were able to track the victim's phone. The suspects got away and the victim was taken to a hospital in stable condition. That man on Dealey Street says the ordeal has broken his peace.
I prefer to go on my walks when at nighttime where I'm kind of by myself. And I can listen to music and collect my thoughts. And right now, that's kind of been thrown out the window.
And has a message.
I mean, I have a lot of things I would like to say to them. The main thing is I think they've completely lost the ability to have fundamental reasoning. It really doesn't pay to do these kinds of things. Like it's not gonna end well for you.
Now, that neighbor we spoke with did have a doorbell camera. He says he did capture some footage and then shared that with police. Again, the investigation is ongoing. Reporting live outside Allegheny County Police Headquarters, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News.
All right, thank you, Rich. And more breaking news. 3 people were shot in Arnold. According to a spokesperson for the Westmoreland County District Attorney, the 3 victims got into a shootout and fired at each other along Leishman Avenue. They're all expected to be okay, and no one else was hurt. Also breaking, a man is dead after a crash in South Union Township, Fayette County. This happened around 7 o'clock tonight along Route 40, just outside of Hopwood. The Fayette County coroner confirms the driver of one of the cars, Michael Doritsky Jr., died at the scene. The other driver was not hurt.
New on 11 at 11, police have just captured a wanted man tonight in Westmoreland County. Police arrested Sean Prince, who was wanted for harassment and assault charges out of Ross River. Prince had been on the run since last night when police say they tried to arrest him in Latrobe. Police were eventually able to capture him along Spring Street.
These are serious allegations that were reported to our department, and it's extremely important to get him into custody so we can move forward with this case.
Ross River Police worked with multiple other police departments to track him down. And happening right now, a SWAT situation continues to unfold in North Braddock. This has been going on along North Avenue since before 4 this afternoon. Police say they are after someone with local and federal warrants. We've seen officers use tear gas and rubber bullets. Police believe that person is still inside. Keep it here as this develops.
And new on 11 at 11, dozens gathered in downtown tonight calling for ICE to stay out of Pittsburgh. The city had a non-cooperation policy with Immigration and Customs Enforcement under Mayor Ed Gainey. Community members are calling on the new administration to uphold that policy.
A call for our new mayor to continue the policy of no cooperation with ICE in the city of Pittsburgh. And I would just take it one step further. We call on Governor Shapiro. No state police cooperation with ICE.
Tonight's protest was one of hundreds that took place across the country tonight after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman in Minnesota this morning. The unrest and the fallout in Minneapolis tonight, that's coming up in just about 10 minutes.
End of an era. The biggest and oldest newspaper in Pittsburgh will shut down. It comes after years of strikes and legal showdowns in court. And today, in a pre-recorded Zoom meeting, workers at the Post-Gazette were told the newspaper will be closing in May. This is the homepage of the Post-Gazette's website tonight, the newspaper announcing the news of its own demise.
It's a shock. I mean, this is something that people have been talking about and thinking about for a long time, but when it actually happens, it's very different.
Block Communications, which owns the newspaper, said it will print its last edition on May 3rd, saying it has lost more than $350 million over the last 2 decades in cash operating the Post-Gazette. The Newspaper Guild of Pittsburgh said, quote, instead of simply following the law, the owners chose to punish local journalists and the city of Pittsburgh. The decision came hours after the U.S. Supreme Court refused to halt a lower court decision requiring the paper to pay retroactive health insurance to union workers after a 3-year strike that ended last fall. The city's legacy paper published the news, sports, and obituaries for 239 years. Its history dates back to the 4-page weekly paper, originally the Gazette, which launched in 1786 and was the first newspaper west of the Allegheny Mountains. The Post-Gazette had a hand in the founding of our station, WPXI, formerly WIIC, was started as a joint venture of the Post-Gazette and the Pittsburgh Radio Supply House. In statements released today, Pittsburgh's new mayor said, I think we are all shocked. Local news is important for how we share information between neighbors, governments, and businesses. The county executive said functioning local journalism is critical to democracy, and today's announcement is devastating for the Pittsburgh region. Andrew Conti is a former newspaper reporter who had been following the Post-Gazette strike closely.
I think the Post-Gazette closing feels like a seismic moment for not just local news in Pittsburgh, but for the entire region.
And it's no secret newspapers around the country have struggled to stay afloat. The transition online and shrinking advertising budgets have forced newspapers to make difficult decisions like cutting back on printing. Right now, the Post-Gazette prints only 2 days a week.
And 11 at 11 learning brand new details tonight about a trading card theft ring. Police say people would steal trading cards from local stores for Ryan Rates of Uniontown. They say Rates would sell the cards online or at card shows and kept them at a storage locker in North Union Township. Investigators say they found hundreds of thousands of dollars in cards in that storage unit.
When we had made an arrest, we realized that there was a much larger operation being conducted than we typically see. And through that, we were able to build this investigation to make the arrest that we did on Monday.
We asked the district attorney if anyone else could be charged in connection to this theft ring, and he told us it's an ongoing investigation.
New on 11 at 11, a Pittsburgh investment manager has pleaded guilty to stealing nearly $4 million. Thomas Pippich Jr. pleaded guilty to diverting $3.7 million from a family's investment fund in order to pay into another client's account to backfill investment losses. Pippich paid him and his wife more than $800,000 from the fund. New on 11 at 11, police say a local housekeeper cleaned up in more ways than one, stealing more than $16,000 from families. Police say Melissa O'Malley stole 32 blank checks from 2 families' checkbooks while she cleaned their homes. They say she used them to make deposits into her and her daughter's bank account. Police say she stole $13,000 from one family and $3,000 from another. 2
people were rushed to the hospital after they were attacked by a dog inside an Elizabeth Township home.
They're saying they have 2 patients, a male and a female, that the dog is still loose.
We are hearing the frantic moments as Allegheny County dispatchers rushed to get help. When police arrived, they shot and killed the dog. Right after the attack, building inspectors condemned the property. Neighbors in the area say they are grateful because that rental property has been a headache for some time.
When you mix a bunch of people, you know, strangers in with a couple dogs that live there with new dogs, I mean, what do you expect?
The victims were taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. And new on 11 at 11, an Allegheny Township woman is charged with abandoning a dozen cats in her apartment after she was evicted. Police say Laura Zaborovan was evicted from her apartment at Creekside in late October. By November, the apartment manager reached out to a rescue group to save the 12 cats. The vet says if those cats continued to live in those conditions, they would have died.
State Representative Lindsay Powell will be introducing new legislation targeting short-term rentals. It comes after a woman was shot in the leg inside her Northside home after a gun was fired during a New Year's Eve party at a neighboring Airbnb. Powell says the legislation will establish baseline safety standards and ensure that the person operating the property is easy to reach. And more details, this latest shooting is just a short distance away from the site of another Airbnb shooting. 2 teenagers were killed and several others were injured when someone opened fire during a party in April of 2022.
New on 11 at 11, the case against a South Greensburg woman accused of encouraging her estranged boyfriend's suicide can move forward. According to the Trib, a judge ruled there is enough evidence against Mandy Royce to allow a jury to consider a felony charge of assisting suicide. Police say Royce started sending text messages to Kevin Metzger in June of 2020, telling him to kill himself. Metzger took his own life 1 year later. Police say he left a note reading, quote, "Maybe she was right." A trial date has not yet been set. And new on 11 at 11, Pittsburgh Regional Transit says 2 projects will impact T service starting next week. Beginning on Wednesday, crews will be grinding the tracks on the Red Line between Overbrook Junction and Allegheny Station. It's part of a multi-year project that helps restore the system's rails. Starting Friday of next week, all light rail service in downtown will be suspended for electrical maintenance. That work is supposed to last 8 consecutive weekends.
Big warm-up on the way. Starts tomorrow and continues through the start of the weekend. Comes with some rain, though, and I'll time in the hours of wet weather coming our way.
3 workers sent falling into a frigid creek when a bridge collapsed. What those workers were doing when that bridge gave way.
And a girls wrestling coach suspended, accused of inappropriate contact. But parents are backing him.
We want Logan to know that we back him. We're here for you. You know, our girls miss you as their coach.
What the coach allegedly did at a wrestling tournament.
Good evening, everyone. This is Powerball. I'm Laura Johnson. Because of a technical problem tonight, we are unable to bring you the Powerball drawing at this time. As soon as we're able to resolve the issue and conduct the drawing, it will be available for viewing on Powerball.com and on our YouTube channel, Powerball 39. The Powerball lotteries take pride in the strict standards of this game, and our rules require that the drawing be delayed until we can ensure that all game procedures have been successfully completed. As always, the Powerball drawing will be supervised by Lottery Security and an independent auditing firm that will certify the official drawing results. So make sure you hold on to those tickets and check Powerball.com for the winning Powerball number results. Good night, everyone, and good luck.
Come on down to Floyd's Barbershop.
Floyd Lawson, proprietor. That's he. That's me.
For the best haircuts in Mayberry.
And they ain't all just haircuts. Shampoos, too.
Located in downtown Mayberry, just steps from the courthouse.
Best clip joint in town.
On the Andy Griffith Show.
It's funny.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. Today, our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Overworked truck drivers are driving all day and all night. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
11 at 11, staying on top of breaking news. An armed kidnapping in Plum ended with a person shot in the city of Pittsburgh. Police found the victim shot in the chest along Dealey Street in Greenfield. That person went to the hospital in stable condition. A family member reportedly told Plum police 2 people with guns kidnapped his brother and were demanding ransom money. Police say they tracked the victim's phone into the city shortly before the shooting, and the victim told police the suspects drove after the gunfire.
Hundreds took to the streets in Minneapolis tonight after a federal agent shot and killed a woman in her car. It comes as Minnesota faces what Homeland Security is calling the largest immigration operation ever. A growing crowd of mourners flood the streets of Minneapolis to honor a 37-year-old woman fatally shot by federal agents. Earlier in the day, video captures the moments leading up to the deadly encounter. A woman in her vehicle, the dark-colored SUV, blocking the road. Federal agents drive up and approach the vehicle. One agent appears to pull on the woman's door handle, and she starts to drive away. An agent shot the woman before her vehicle crashed on the side of the road.
I saw the passenger exit the vehicle. They were crying and their face was covered in blood. The agents on the scene were shouting, "No pulse, no pulse."
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the woman attacked ICE officers with her car.
This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
Noem went on to say one of the officers involved in the shooting was previously dragged by a car in a separate incident in June. Minnesota's governor calling the killing senseless.
Do you have no decency? We have someone dead in their car for no reason whatsoever.
A community in mourning. The mayor of Minneapolis slamming DHS.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bull.
Now, the woman who was shot has been identified as Renee Nicole Good, according to U.S. Senator Tina Smith.
A bridge collapsed in Wheeling, West Virginia, sending 3 workers to the hospital today. Police say the bridge collapsed as workers were preparing it for demolition. First responders rescued those 3 workers that fell into the creek below.
The water level is very low this time of year. We were able to, rescue crews were able to get down into the creek, get those individuals back up here on the road safely.
1 worker went to the hospital in serious condition. The other 2 have non-life-threatening injuries. New on 11 at 11, a dog attacked a mail carrier on Pittsburgh's north side. Police say the mail carrier was delivering mail along Venture Street in Perry North when the dog bit their hand. That bite caused a small puncture wound. Animal Control says the dog was secure in the home when they arrived. The mail carrier was taken to the hospital in stable condition.
And parents are defending a girls' wrestling coach after he was suspended over allegations of inappropriate contact. The Knox School District suspended Coach Logan Downs after this tournament last month. And in the video, you can see after the girls finished their match, the coaches congratulated them. And you can see Downs tap a girl on the backside. In this video, you can see Downs tap another girl after she also won her match. But 3 moms say it was never inappropriate and that Downs has been a key part of the girls' team.
We're devastated. We're devastated to lose him. He was an asset to our program, to our girls, to our whole wrestling community. Now, aside from confirming Downs' suspension, the district says it has no further comment.
A historic building in the Strip District will get a new life as a residential space. The Bittner building sits at the corner of 26th and Smallman Streets and is a former warehouse. Now, Fourth River Developments plans to transform the building into W Lofts, a condominium project. The building will feature a total of 39 units with 1 to 3 bedrooms. It will also include 4 2-story rooftop townhomes as well as 2 single-family rooftop flats. Planning and design efforts are underway.
A local lottery player is $500,000 richer after buying a winning ticket in Allegheny County. The Cash 5 ticket, sold at Azima Pharmacy along Perry Highway in McCandless Township, matched all the numbers in last night's drawing, and the pharmacy will get a $500 bonus for selling that winning ticket.
Your Severe Weather Team 11 forecast.
Well, we've been advertising the warm-up coming our way, and it really kicks in tomorrow with temperatures climbing quickly from above freezing, 34 at 7 a.m., all the way into the low to mid-50s by the afternoon. Looking for some breaks here and there in the clouds and some sunshine, but don't look for the widespread blue sky. At least, though, you might catch a glimpse of the sunshine and you'll have dry weather. Changes coming in on Friday, and I was just off camera there kind of drilling down on the late updates that are coming in even as we speak. Looks like we are still in for periods of rain showers primarily. The steadiest rain still early before lunchtime, and there are still some drier hours during the afternoon. Let me start first with the rain and show you that, and then I'll show you the temperatures. This is 6 a.m. on Friday morning. Not very heavy in terms of the rain, but it will be off and on through at least the noon hour. These scattered showers, maybe a rumble or two of thunder, and then the breaks start to develop as we head through the noon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock hour Friday afternoon. So you'll still be able to get outside and enjoy the above average temperatures. What is still not quite in focus is how a line of showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms set up during the afternoon. This could be as early as 3, 4, 5 o'clock, but we are looking at gusty winds, more humidity, warm temperatures, and that could set the table for a couple of thunderstorms for Friday afternoon. Keep an eye out with Scott Harbaugh tomorrow morning, and then I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. We'll kind of drill down on that forecast, but that's the latest on the wet weather for Friday. Also the warm weather, 60 degrees, the high temperature on Friday, 60, not a record, but we may get there on the day on Saturday if the rain slows down. We're looking at morning showers through at least the noon hour, but high temperatures on Saturday holding at about 58 degrees. 55 tomorrow. Dry, get outdoors, enjoy some time outdoors, take down the holiday decorations. Friday, showers, gusty winds, maybe a break or two in the afternoon, and then the showers shut off on Saturday and the cold air returns. 36 degrees back for Sunday and Monday. Check in with Scott Harbaugh tomorrow morning. He'll have the latest on the wet weather returning.
It is Christmas Day for the Orthodox Church. Orthodox churches that follow the Julian calendar celebrated Christmas or the Nativity of Christ. Churches across the city and the world held special liturgies and hosted dinners, but many celebrations have been skipped because of the war in Ukraine. Father Timothy Thompson says he hopes this year brings peace.
My hope for this year, that it ends. That it ends, and Ukraine does not give up any of its sovereign territory, and that all the people in Ukraine have joy and peace and safety this year.
Around 250 million Christians celebrate Orthodox Christmas on January 7th each year.
The Steelers will take on one of the top defensive teams in the league in Monday's wild card game. The challenge that lies ahead for the Steelers offense.
Hey everyone, Hudson Williams from Heated Rivalry is here tonight. Plus, we have Chelsea Handler, Sophie Turner, and music from Sienna Spyro. It's a great show tonight.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
Who can you call when you need immediate help, any time of day or night, even when you're hundreds of miles away from home? Always giving you and your family peace of mind, knowing that people, benefits, and services are there for you 24/7. Over 50 million members rely on AAA, America's largest motor club and most highly recommended major roadside assistance provider.
AAA's legendary roadside assistance is a network with over 50,000 vehicles that respond to more than 32 million assistance calls every year.
If something happens and we're broken down, my family's not going to be stranded.
There are so many benefits to membership, and AAA is there if you're locked out of your car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or a dead battery.
You know, if you have one flat tire or one battery service, that membership fee pays for itself.
Wherever you go, wherever you are, you can trust AAA to be there when you need them.
Call AAA today and find out how much you can save.
I was recommended to Bath Pro through a neighbor, and I could see the quality. So it was a wonderful process to work with them. Friendly, answered any question I had. There were no doubts in my mind, and I put full trust in them. And I felt with Bath Pro that they were treating it as if it was their own bathroom. They weren't just putting up a product and going home. I would highly recommend Bath Pro. Everything was perfection.
Workday over. Now it's
thrill time.
And FanDuel Casino's new exclusive game, Huff and Puff Money Mansion, is packed with them. With mega hats bringing mega mayhem, paintbrush wins running wild, and maybe even a visit from you-know-who. Thrill time is Huff and Puff Money Mansion time. New players get 500 bonus spins plus up to $1,000 back in casino bonus.
Do you need help applying for Social Security disability? At Burger & Green, we can file your application. Do not wait to file for benefits. If you can't work, call now for a free case evaluation. We know how important SSD benefits are to you and your family. We encourage you to have an experienced attorney on your side. At Burger & Green, there is no fee unless you get benefits. Trust the name you know.
Burger & Green, the injury and disability lawyers. 1-800-999-2626.
The Pennsylvania Lottery is on Channel 11. Look for drawings at 7 and 11:11 p.m. It's Channel 11 Sports, sponsored by FNB.
The Steelers with a scheduled Players' Day off today ahead of Monday night's playoff showdown against the Texans. A big focus in practice this week will be scheming against Houston's top-ranked defense. The Texans come into the matchup in the top 10 of nearly every defensive statistic, including yards per game allowed, points per game, and turnovers forced. Head coach Mike Tomlin highlighting the challenge ahead for his offense.
They just got a kick butt unit. They do. They got a top flight edge tandem in Hunter and Anderson. They got a top flight corner tandem on the outside, and so they rush very well. They cover very well. They're not trying to split the atom schematically. They don't have to when you have corners and edge rushers like that.
The Penguins, meantime, gearing up for their first game action since Sunday. They took the ice in Cranberry this morning ahead of tomorrow night's game against New Jersey. Evgeny Malkin's entering the second line in practice, a good sign pointing towards his return. He's missed the last 15 games. The Pens looking to continue their hot streak since returning from the holiday break. They're riding a 5-game win streak and have outscored opponents 24-12. Sidney Crosby likes where the group is at right now.
Well, I like our game lately. I think, we've had different guys contributing, and we've, won different ways, but I think it's just, the way that we're playing connected and, our work ethic and that sort of thing has been there. So we haven't been beating ourselves. That's a big thing.
Points, of course, at a premium with just how tight the race is in the Eastern Conference right now. Head coach Dan Muse noting what's propelled the Pens in this stretch hasn't been a systematic change. They're simply playing with more consistency compared to how they've been playing heading into the holiday break.
Just finding a way, whether it's scoring a goal, it's drawing a penalty, it's having a really shift where you block 2 or 3 shots, like shift where you get in the offensive zone and you get sustained time, and then you follow it up with another one where I think we've been able to kind of done a better job there of controlling a little bit more of that feel of the game, flow of the game, momentum of the game.
And more accolades for Pitt's Olivia Babcock. The volleyball phenom was named a Honda Sport Award finalist, which is given to the top female athlete in 12 NCAA sports annually. Babcock became the first female student athlete from Pitt to win the award last year. And puck drop tomorrow night between the Penguins and the Devils is set for 7 o'clock. I'm Jenna Harner, Channel 11 Sports.
Oakmont Bakery is hoping the Steelers can pull off a sweet victory against the Texans. The bakery created this cookie ahead of Monday night's wildcard game. You can see here it's a picture of an astronaut with the Steelers logo, and it reads, "Houston, you have a problem." The cookie is on sale until Monday.
Looking live at downtown Pittsburgh, Stephen will have one last look at your Thursday forecast when we come back.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with a boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting for up to 70 days. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
Every time I leave my house, I have my phone, my keys, my money, my water bottle, and I need a bag that's going to help me stay organized. But I want to look cute and stylish. I found the perfect brand. It's from Organize, and they have these 2 stylish bags today that not only look amazing, but help you stay organized. The first one is the Day Tripper. It's their excursion bag. I love this because everywhere I go, I have a water bottle. Look at the perfect spot for this. It's so easy to slip in, carry. It's not heavy. It's a perfect fabrication, easy to clean. But the most important part is there's a spot for everything. Your phone, You open it up, there's even a hook for your keys, and there's credit card slots that are RFID protected, so you don't have to worry. I love that I can do a cute crossbody or put it over my shoulder. But not only do they have this bag, look at this hobo style. This is an awesome tote that's going to help you stay organized. You know, as a busy mom, you're carrying everyone else's stuff. Now there's a spot for everything: snacks, glasses, your money. Or maybe you're that new girl that just got a job and you're on the go traveling. This is that perfect bag. The fabrication is so easy to care for, lightweight and comfortable, but the main point is you are going to stay organized and you're going to look cute and stylish. But first you have to head over to localsteals.com because you're going to get up to 68% off. Such a great savings for outstanding quality. Head over to localsteals.com. You're going to love it.
Do you need to sell a house fast? Are you facing financial difficulties such as a foreclosure? Do you have a house that is in need of a major renovation and clean-out? Sell as is with no clean-outs and no repairs needed. Hi, my name is Carlo with Buys Houses. We help local Pittsburghers sell their homes for cash. Sell your unwanted property and close in as little as 30 days. Visit pittsburghbuyer.com or call us at 412-385-6113.
So I do believe Ecker Snyder is a big firm, but we have a small firm mentality, meaning we are unified and we do try our best to help our clients.
I enjoy coming to work every day. I love the people that I'm working with. It's a very welcoming environment, and I think we also try to extend that to our clients.
We're not making it up. We're not trying to be something we're not. It's just how we treat everyone. And so, of course, that's how we treat our clients.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Good feeling, pretty good looking day tomorrow. Dry weather with a high back to 55. You might even catch a glimpse of the sunshine. Then off and on showers Friday with a high at 60. Check in with Scott Harbaugh in just a couple of hours. He'll have the latest on the chance for a few thunderstorms as we close out the week.
A massive donation is feeding families in Pittsburgh and beyond.
And it's all because a local teenager wrote a letter. 13-year-old Ender Lynn saw a need at his neighborhood food pantry, so he wrote letters to major cereal companies asking for help, and that's when Kellogg's wrote back saying it would deliver 20,000 boxes of cereal. Ender was there today to watch the truckload of cereal pull in.
I didn't expect how big they would say yes and this much cereal.
The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank says while this donation is massive, it will go through all of that cereal in about 2 to 3 weeks. But still, very impressive work here.
A lovely thing to do.
That's going to do it for us tonight on 11 at 11. Thanks for joining us.
Our morning team will see you back here starting at 4:30 with up-to-the-minute weather and traffic coverage. In the meantime, have a great night.
Good night.
Channel 11 News and NBC Nightly News with Tom Llamas.
We're a team you can count on to cover the stories that impact your life,
whether here in your neighborhood or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
This Morgan video was not approved,